Marjorie Taylor Greene was first to propose impeachment of Joe Biden on his first day of this presidency. She's dismissed as simple, but really she's the smartest Republican of them all, because you have to judge her by what she does, not how she sounds. She's prescient on this issue. I'm Doug in Exile. Thank you guys for watching. This is my massive defense of Marjorie Taylor Greene as true leadership that's using logic, not opinion or fashion.
This is the most corrupt family. For these things to be happening is not even believable.
And I'm behind President Trump 100%. Here's the real situation. We have the Department of Justice. We have the full deep state and the Biden administration going after President Trump, accusing him of being a criminal when the real criminal actually resides in the White House. And this investigation that we have been leading in Oversight Committee is extremely important, Eric. But you know where I've been from day one. I introduced articles of impeachment on Joe Biden for his corrupt actions with Burisma and the Hunter Biden laptop and all the information that we had all the way back on Joe Biden's first day in office.
Okay, remember the smart Republicans, the centrist ones, the Washington Beltway are all, you can't do articles. Marjorie Taylor Greene is extreme. She's an embarrassment. I read a lot of Never Trumpers coming out of New York, John Podhoretz, the National Review editors, Commentary Magazine, and now they're all changing their message. Guess what they're saying as of this week? They caught up to Marjorie Taylor Greene after 2 years, and they're saying, you have to impeach Joe Biden. Okay, on the same grounds that Marjorie Taylor Greene said back on his first day of office. Do you see the difference? She's wise. She was ahead of them. It's on the exact same principle that she said that they now agree with her.
And here we're watching the Department of Justice basically be the campaign arm for the Democrat National Party. We cannot allow this to happen. Republicans have got to get on board, and we need to move forward with an impeachment inquiry as soon as we come back in September.
She also fired a warning shot at the DOJ because I believe you have to impeach Merrick Garland for covering up for Joe Biden also. Merrick Garland is as guilty for covering this thing up because he kept the Department of Justice from doing their job.
And this is why we have to do everything we can to impeach Joe Biden, because he's a criminal and we have all the evidence that we need to do it. And then also do everything we can to turn our country around, because Democrat policies are destroying our nation.
Fani Willis wants to indict Trump. Now we see outside the courthouse in Georgia, wherever the state house is, there are barricades being put up in anticipation of an indictment. We hear it's going to come mid to early next week. Fani Willis may have a little problem of her own. There are some reports that say she's less than a stand-up prosecutor. She may have even had relationships with some of the gang members of the gang she's prosecuting.
Yeah, that's a weird conflict of interest, I'd say, Eric. You know, Fani Willis's problem, and I go through Atlanta quite frequently, she doesn't put barricades up around the homeowners' homes there in Atlanta that have to deal with all the crime in that city that she should be prosecuting with Fulton County taxpayer dollars. No, she's more interested in using her office as another campaign arm for the Democrat Party to try to smear President Trump with more lies. And shame on her for doing this. And, you know, she isn't fit to handle this case. They need to remove her because of her weird conflict of interest, especially how she's used some of these stories and some of these subpoenas to raise money for her own campaign. And so we'll see how this folds. Again, the people in Georgia will not tolerate this. We will not allow our state to be used against President Trump. As a matter of fact, Eric, I think you'll see the state of Georgia vote for President Trump in 2024.
This is about Trump's fourth indictment. Did you just hear that? Coming out of Georgia with this special prosecutor. This is another fraud account against Trump regarding his phone call with Raffensperger in the 2020 election. They're going to launch that one this week, according to Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Because they're criminals themselves. They are abusing the power that they possess And that's what communists do in communist countries. They abuse the power that they have and they target their political enemies.
Oh, yeah. She calls them out as communists, basically doing what communists do. Remember, this is about what people do. Marjorie Taylor Greene is smart because of what she does. Democrats are communist because of what they do. Brilliant lady. We're huge fans of hers. If you like this channel, you want to hear more of this news, make sure you give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment below. Most important thing. And of course, subscribe. I'm Doug in Exile.